Absolute dynamite. Oh my
KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. What are you doing?
Is that yours?
What?
Is this yours? Oh, what's with the microphone? Our equipment not working. Oh, I'll use this one.
No, put it down, put it down.
Well, what's happening with the equipment?
My equipment tonight, the technical term, yeah, technical term for my equipment, yeah, is fucked.
I'm actually surprised you're here. I thought you'd be out in Vegas to the big fight.
Can I say one thing, yeah? So Umar's in Vegas, my guy Andy's in Dubai, Oscar's in Liverpool, and I'm here.
You picked East London. Are you not the boss? Oh, I understand what you're doing. Give them that, then you get Saudi. Up there for
Bruv, I'm going to Saudi anyway.
yeah. All right, but are the team going?
Me and Umar are going to Saudi.
How comes that boy's getting all these passport passes? He's a newbie. You need to treat him like a YTS. Give him the skanky jobs like getting coffee, licorice laces and stuff like that.
A white TS?
YTS, do you know?
Oh, YTS. I thought you said a white TS.
Do you know what YTS is? Are you old enough to know what YTS is?
Youth training scheme.
See it there? You were on one, weren't you?
What?
You was on one, weren't you?
No.
Well, he should be treated like a YTS. He's still in the early stages of his career. I could set him up bad. I just do that. I like your hair. It looks nice.
Nice.
Looks nice, Billy Ray. Cut sweet.
Billy Ray Valentine. I don't like this, but my mic is not working tonight, so we have to kind of roll with this and make this work.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, when you talk, I'm going to just give you the mic.
No problem.
Okay. Johnny, let's talk about... I want to talk about the MTK tournament tonight, what fights you're looking forward to, but by the time this goes out, it might be tomorrow, so...
All right, then, so let me give you my tip. My tip for best fight of the night. I'm going for Tyrone McKenna. Tall, 6'1" southpaw. How the hell he makes the weight, I do not know. But you know what? For some reason, he just stood out to me. I'm thinking. Now I know Ohio Davis is in the mix, and he's one of the guys again that is probably hugely avoided because he likes to play that pantomime villain. But I'm just thinking McKenna. He's got my nod. So tomorrow morning when you're watching this, they'll say, Nelson, you are on point, my brother.
We shall find out. Usually you get things right all the time, so we'll see.
I've been doing well. The last year and a half, I've been doing well. Name me one I got wrong.
Oh, this is what you do. I can't remember. You call loads of fights wrong and right, so I don't know.
It's cleaner. Should we just get me some coffee?
Let's talk about WILDER ORTIZ, which will be happening later on tonight, as in Saturday, early hours of Sunday morning, live on Sky Sports. Does it feel like a big heavyweight fight week for you with WILDER and ORTIZ?
I don't know. Maybe because we've been so busy doing our own thing, we've not been able to pay enough attention and give it as much love as we should do. But it is a big fight, and it's an intriguing fight. And the landscape of heavyweight could change Sunday morning. And the gossip columns and everybody could be going wild if Ortiz pulls off such a tough feat. And when Wilder picked Ortiz to fight him the first time, he flew up in my estimations because he was one of those guys that people avoided like the plague. And even though Ortiz, I don't think Ortiz actually did anything substantial in the amateurs, never mind professionally, but he was one of those guys that people avoided, and that's why. So I think, so when Wilder took him on, I said, you know what, good on you. And then did the job he did. And he wasn't smooth sailing, but he did the job he did. But then he's picked him a second time. You just got to give him credit because he's saying, right, come on, bring him on. I think Ortiz, he had various excuses why he didn't perform to the best of his ability. Now everything's gone right for him. All the boxes are ticked. So are we to expect a different fight? We don't know. But I think Wilder may just have his number. I think Wilder starts fast on him, fast and sharp on him. I think he'll realise that's what he has to do.
Cheers, mate. I saw some comments from Deontay Wilder this week during Media Week in Las Vegas that he doesn't think that Joshua's really interested in fighting him, which, well, Joshua's got a huge fight coming up with Ruiz, but he would be interested, surely, depending on, obviously, on how that fight with Ruiz goes in Saudi Arabia.
You know, when fighters talk about other fighters not wanting to fight them, That's usually not the case. It's the handlers behind the fighters that are the businessmen that say this isn't good business, this is good business. I know Anthony Joshua would relish a chance. That's what he'd do. I know Tyson Fury would. I know Deontay Wilder. All of these three guys want to fight each other no matter what. It's the businessmen behind it. They've got to ramp it up. They've got to put people under pressure. I'm quite sure Anthony Joshua looks more attractive now he lost to Ruiz, he looks more attractive to Wilder and to Fury and to everybody because now they've seen a blueprint to beating him. That is so unprofessional. Now, let me answer it, man. So in a way, again, I keep saying the argument for Anthony Joshua, and you think to yourself, he's been boxing just under 11 years, so after 10 years, that's when you've made a few mistakes. That's as an amateur. He, as a professional and amateur, he's had just an 11 years experience, and he's getting so much stick for making a mistake. He made a mistake, he underestimated an opponent, he went in there, did a few rookie mistakes, and people are like, and a lot of people are writing him off. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm thinking, what are you looking at? Because you've got to think to yourself, if this guy's done this in 11 years, that means he's something special for the experience he's got to achieve what he's achieved as a heavyweight champion. He's done that in 11 years, amateur professional experience. So do you not think he's got the mindset to do what most fighters can't do, whereas turn the loss to Ruiz into a positive and think, right, I'll come back and deal with this. It shows he's mentally strong, mentally focused. He understands the threat that's out there for him. I do believe 1,000% he pulls it off. I do. I think it might be a tight, close fight, but I do believe he pulls it off.
We saw Anthony Joshua make some comments on Sky Sports at the media day in Sheffield this week, saying that you're putting Andy Ruiz as now this man on top of the mountain, and he's the man now, etc., etc. So when I beat him, I want you to all bow down to my feet. We saw them comments. Well, is that a bit?
So nobody's used to hearing Anthony Joshua speak like that because it sounds a bit arrogant. It sounds a bit condescending to those around him. But I understand his frustrations because remember, every time up to that point, everybody he boxed, oh, he's not old enough, he's not good enough, this, that, he's too old, whatever. Now he's saying, give me credit for what I do. He's basically saying, if this guy's so good, remember what you're saying today, because tomorrow when I beat him, give me the credit. Don't tell me the guy was lucky when he beat you the first time. And that's his argument. That's the point he's trying to make. Yes, I'd be pissed off. Yes, I'd be angry because if I was because again, a lot of people that were slapping him on the back while the sun was out, all of a sudden, they disappeared. And so, of course, I'd be a bit bitter. Of course, I think, you know what, I've got no reason to be nice to you because you show me the fickle side of you. So I get where he's at, and I don't even begrudge him saying it. I thought, good on you. You need a bit of spite. Get a bit of spite back.
Yeah, I can get that because, like I said, when it's not just with Joshua, but it's just the scale that he's fighting on. He obviously receives a lot more kind of feedback from it, but that is how boxing is. When you're at the top of your game, everyone does kind of want to ride the waves with you, but then when you lose, there are a lot of people that are quick to kind of jump on that. Yeah,
you know what? The problem is, our job, it's like if you go to your office and you do have a shit day at work, your boss gives you shit. Might be for 1 day, might be for 2 days, might be 3 days. In boxing, it's an individual sport. You're by yourself, so if you have a shit day at work, you lose, or whatever, you've not just got one boss telling you about your clock, telling you how rubbish you are. You've got all these fans that think they're Angelo Dundee, that they think that they're smart people when it comes to boxing, telling you what you did wrong. Oh, you lost. You should have done this and you should have done that. And you've got to bite your lip. So it's all right one day, but then the next day, you've got 20 a day, 30 a day, and that's what's happened to him. So now all of a sudden, he's seen a turn of the tide, how people are. People, if they thought it, didn't say it before, now they're brave enough to say it now. And so I totally get that. And again, these are one of the lessons you learn in our sport. And he's learned at the highest level. And so it's just how he deals with the lesson.
Is special. Absolute dynamite. Oh, my goodness.
All we do is stare.